Thomas, we've been riding together for many years.
Yep.
And one thing that we've been riding a lot of is different bikes. Okay, so I'm always getting test bikes to test. You're always trying them as well. Now, you've just got a Specialized Turbo Levo. Here we've got the Santa Cruz Heckler. These two styles of bike, let's say, because the models are slightly different. This is fully aluminium, this is fully carbon. These two bikes are basically probably the most talked about bikes, or desired bikes, we could say. The actual reality of these bikes, which is better?
Ooh, that's the question. They both have some advantages over the other, I think. Maybe on these models, this has maybe better fork. That has got a carbon frame. They feel a little bit different. That one is very plush, and this is a little bit more like playful, I think, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But this has got 29-inch tires, and that's 27. So they're a little bit different, but still both incredibly good bikes, I think.
Because they are different, they are good. Now, I've been studying the geometry tables from these, and I have to say, like your first feeling when you got on this bike was what?
So that was a little bit shorter than this one, but you told me it's not.
It's longer. It makes no sense. The reach on this bike is actually 10 millimeters longer than that one. But the wheelbase, now this is an important thing. This is 27.5, that's 29er.
Yep.
But the wheelbase is 2 millimeter difference. The agility is probably where it feels different, but it's so confusing, really, because at the end of the day, you've got which one do you select? What do you think? I mean, what are you looking for when it comes to a high quality bike?
Yeah, I'm looking for a bike that's nimble. That's what I like. Nimble bike with good quality suspension, and that makes me feel secure on the scents, and well, that lets me climb up the hills without any problems. But they both have this as a main character. Really good downhill, really good bikes to shred down the single tracks.
Yeah, I mean, you're actually finding, even though this has got 29ers, it's still quite manoeuvrable, isn't it?
Very manoeuvrable.
Even though this is very manoeuvrable. In fact, I've been really trying to get into these two bikes, and this one is really manoeuvrable. It's absolutely, the Heckler's absolutely a good bike. The geometry, they studied it a lot. They've got a short chainstay. It works really well. I had so much fun on it, and then I was on this again, and I was like, it's really hard.
Yeah.
You need serious money to buy these bikes.
Yeah, they're quite expensive. Quite expensive.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, 6,000 to 7,000, 8,000 is a lot of money.
Yeah. They've got all the details right, I think. The designs are really enjoyable. They are beautiful, and it's something I look into when I buy a bike. I look into the quality, details, design, and all the specs.
Yeah. Finish on these bikes is absolutely exceptional. You cannot fault it. The Santa Cruz is amazing. Low maintenance. You have one port inside here for bleeding the bearings with a grease gun. You just connect it, squeeze, and it cleans out the dirty grease. How easy can you get? Cable runs on the bikes, totally clean, really interesting. The motors, because both of them have different motors. Now, Santa Cruz chose to take the off-the-shelf motor, fit it to their bike, and do a good integration job. I mean, what do you think about the integration job of the Santa Cruz?
Yeah, it looks good. One of the best integrations, and for off-the-shelf motor, this has got a specific Bros motor from Specialized integrated. But apart from that looks quite neat, I think. Yeah.
These guys have made a custom system. I mean, I can imagine, looking at the two brands, both have required a lot of investment, because we've got a full carbon frame on this version. This obviously comes with a full carbon frame, but they've spent an awful lot of money on this motor system and battery system. Now, this has a VPP suspension. For those who don't know what that means virtual pivot point. This has a 4-bar link. So this, in theory, is a little bit more of an active system. And you can feel that, no? I mean, how do you feel that in traction climbing? What do you feel?
Well, I've always liked this, because I feel it's good traction and lively suspension. Yeah, that is maybe a little bit more plush.
In fact, that's something I've really noticed. If you do a big jump, long, this thing just eats it. It's really amazing. So it's quite controversial to put two different brands of bikes. We cannot compare these bikes completely because they are different. This is carbon, this is aluminium, different brands, but these are the two big brands with the biggest marketing, the biggest noise behind them. This one's very late to the market, but I think they've done well as how they've entered. This one it was the first style of e-bike to the market, and again it has all those advantages that come with that. So yeah, anyway, let's go and ride and have some fun.